Welcome to Gamereactor TV. Apple has released new iPods and I have brought them into the studio today. This is the new 32GB iPod Touch and this is the new iPod Nano. Talking about new iPods, the first thing you notice is of course the design. If we take the Nano first, if you remember the last model, it was actually a lot chubbier and kind of square, and the player has now returned to the old elongated look. So the player is slimmer and longer than the previous model. This one is actually the thinnest iPod to date, so I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it's actually quite thin, and same as the other models, this one has got rounded edges. So secondly, we have the iPod Touch, and as you can see, I'm sure most of you have seen the iPhone 3G by now, and this model actually is a lot similar to that. Again, it has the rounded edges similar to the Nano, metal trim around the edges, and actually I have the old model here as well, so we can compare them directly. This one actually, it looks a lot rounder and it feels a lot rounder when you're holding it as well. So if we move on to the insides of the players, I'll just start with the iPod Touch. Not much has actually changed with this player compared to the last revision, and actually the only hardware change in this one is that it features Nike Plus this time. So if you like to run, you like to work out, this is actually a great addition for you. Apple released a new software version for the iPod Touch not long ago, and the only new addition to this one is that it now features the Genius mode. It's something where you play some songs, and when you pick Genius, it will suggest some new songs for you to play. With the iPod Nano, not much has actually changed hardware-wise either. But one of the changes that they have put into this is that it now features motion control. So what you already know from the iPod Touch and the iPhone, you can also use in this one. So for instance, cover flow is something that has been added. There are some games in this, you can control those with motion control as well. And something called shake function, where you shake the player and it should change tune. Again, the Genius feature, I don't know how genius it actually is because I didn't find it that amusing or functional, but it's there as well. And that's basically it. So there you have it, two new players from Apple. New design, same build quality, classic Apple. If you like Apple products, you'll definitely like these. Next time we'll take a look at some new players from Sony, so you'll get a chance to see what kind of MP3 players they make.